coming, right? Fourth.
Sounds like they're coming.
Yeah.
4,500 first, 4,500.
There he is. And Jimmy, I'm sure you're not going to do it.
Right up here, come on.
But remember.
Right here, buddy, 4,500 first. Come back a little bit, guys. Stop him back a little bit.
Yeah, stop him back a little bit. Don't let him run over that yellow line like he did in May.
Well, not only that, but when you pull in your pit, you don't want a guy pulling in front of you and blocking you in. Here it comes, Bill.
Stop him.
Jimmy Johnson down pit road, told his crew before the race, be calm, do a good job, give 100%, we'll be happy when the day is done. Car is just a little bit tight. They were talking about making a chassis adjustment, haven't seen that yet. Right in front of him, Tony Stewart is also on pit road. Want to make an air pressure adjustment to the left rear, also a chassis adjustment for Stewart. Johnson is down, goes around Stewart. Tony waiting on the left side tires, left side's going on. Started on the pole, got all the fuel in, Stewart's on his way. Snyder.
Bill, Jeff Gordon ran in third for most of that run. He's a little bit tight. They take a round out of the right side for Jeff Gordon. It will be 4 tires. He thought he had a right front tire going down. They decided to keep him out one more lap. They wanted to lead a lap, but they couldn't do it. Bill?
Bill Elliott is on pit road. They just want to put 4 tires on this car. Elliott's been just a little bit tight, wanting to get out of some of that traffic at the beginning of the race. Just wanted to put 4 tires on and see where the track goes. So it's 4 tires and fuel for Bill Elliott, and he'll head back out onto the track. Burns.
Rusty Wallace makes a hard left turn around the car of Jimmy Spencer, already in his pit. Just a little tight from the middle out. They're just going to make a slight air pressure adjustment to accommodate that. 4 fresh tires for Rusty, 2 cans of fuel. Crew finishing up work on the left side, and he's gone. Bill.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. sits in his pit stall. They make a chassis adjustment because, remember, his car also just a little bit loose. That's a contradiction to a lot of the cars out on the track, but he was loose. Right side tires, left side tires, quick stop, Matt.
And rookie Ryan Newman enters his pit stall. Remember, we told you he had a hard time running up the high line 3 and 4. They're going to make a track bar adjustment. You can see the wrench in the back of the window. They come around to the left side for service. Newman down and away to Bill.
Now Ricky Rudd in his pit stall. His car had no front grip. He had to slow basically to make the turns. They cleaned the grill. Looks like they still have a little piece of tape on the front of that car. Around to the left side tires going on. Fuel for Rudd, and he'll be back out. They got that paper off the front of the grill. Dave.
Jamie McMurray's first pit stop in this car last week at Talladega ended in a stall. They reminded him to keep it running when he comes down pit road. They're going to give him 4 tires and help his condition just a little bit loose in, tight in the center. They're going to adjust with air. 4 tires. Let's see if he can get it off pit road. And he does. No stall. Matt.
Mark Martin already in for service. They're on the left side of the car. They were going to make an air pressure adjustment. Service already complete. He heads back out. Air pressure in both right side tires. And 7 of Kurt Busch in for service. Sean Parker, the car chief, told me after some discussion they decided not to make any chassis adjustments for Kurt Busch. Meanwhile, Ricky Craven is saying possible tire vibrations. They go to work on the left side of the 97 car. And he's gone.
Kurt Busch led until coming down pit road for that stop. Matt Kenseth took over the lead. The names in yellow are the guys who've already made their stops on this cycle. Now that Kenseth is in, Jeff Burton will take over the lead, though he's going to follow Kenseth down pit road, so there you go. Bill?
Oh, go ahead, Bill. All right, thank you, Wally. Matt Kenseth's car on pit road, car just a little bit tight. Said he was pretty happy with it, but they're going to make a chassis adjustment on the right side. Now they'll come around and put the left side tires on. Matt had a great run last week, but nothing to show for it at Talladega. Finished 14th. See if he can improve on that here. Dave?
Jeff Burton in the 99 car, just a little bit tight. Air pressure adjustment to fix that. He is down pit road.
I was just saying earlier, BP and I were watching it. When they pull that right front wheel off, the guys that are laying a lot of brake dust on the ground and the guys that aren't, and boy, that 40 car had a bunch of brake dust come off that front.
I don't know how his front brakes are going to last. Man, there was a lot.
Because you don't really use that much brake here unless you're really having a hard time with the car pinning the nose. And if you've got a big push in your car, then you use a lot more brake. All right, let's reset the leaderboard. Jimmy Johnson maintains the top spot after the cycle of stops. He's up by 9/10 of a second on Rusty Wallace. Jeff Gordon is 3rd, Kurt Busch 4th, and Tony Stewart 5th. Matt Kenseth is 6th, Earnhardt Jr. 7th, Bill Elliott 8th, Jamie McMurray still 9th, and Mark Martin rounds out your top 10.
All right, let's take a break. Jimmy Johnson back in command of the UAW GM Quality 500. Here's what it's like going to change that front tire on that 48 car. It'd make you dizzy.
Looking down at the Smith Tower outside the Lowe's Motor Speedway as the cars zip along the front stretch and into turn one. Already the first round of pit stops completed here. We have gone green since we finally put out the green after a lengthy rain delay. And that man, Jimmy Johnson, former Winston Cup Championship leader that has fallen back in the standings, trying to work his way back to the front of the points, is at the front of this field. Good pit stop for his crew. Good drive so far for Johnson. Everybody knows Jimmy Johnson, but do you know these guys?
Chris Anderson, Jackman, Tampa, Florida.
Jason Gay, front tire carrier, Lexington, Kentucky.
Hi, I'm Jason Burdett, catch cam from Arkport, New York.
I'm Ron Malik, rear tire carrier from Franklin, Wisconsin.
Stan Parsnow, and I change front tires, and I'm from Oswego, New York.
And Shane was wearing the crew cam on that last stop. Once again, before this race started, the rookie Jimmy Johnson told his crew, be calm, give 100%. Everybody do your job. We'll be happy when the day's over. We'll see how that pans out. So far, so good for Johnson. Guys?
And I talked to the crew chief, Chad Knaus, on that 48 car this morning. He told me he felt like his car was faster this time than it was in May. And remember, in May, he led 263 laps or something.
Here are the top two in the Ray Bestis Rookie of the Year Championship. One's about to put the other a lap down. Jimmy Johnson leading. Ryan Newman in the 12 is back in 27th place. And of course, Ryan fourth in the overall championship coming in. Two rookies have never finished in the top 5 in the championship in a season. Yet, these two could pull it off this year.
Wow, is Jeff Green using that high line or what?
He's up there now.
How about our Lowe's improvers? Kurt Busch would head that list.
Moved into third spot, picking up 8 spots. Bobby Labonte has picked up 7, and Earnhardt Jr. has picked up 6. But on the other side...
Yeah, now we check the snoozers.
Oh, I hate this.
And a little deceiving there for Ryan Newman. Fourth will be his official starting spot at the end of the day when you see the rundown in the paper tomorrow morning. Remember, he had to drop to the back because of the backup car. Still a net loss on the day.
And Jimmy Spencer, he and Robbie Gordon both just made unscheduled pit stops, so that's why. I don't guess Robbie Gordon did, but Spencer made an unscheduled stop.
Yeah, came back in 9 laps after the first one. They put just left side tires on the car, so lead one to believe maybe they left one loose.
Yep, it was Casey Atwood, the center car, that just made the unscheduled stop.
Just joining us, we are live after being delayed nearly 3 hours by rain. If you're tuning in to see the Gravity Games, you can see some extreme racing, NASCAR style. Gravity Games next Sunday at 4:30 Eastern after NASCAR here on NBC.
This 30 car, the AOL car of Jeff Green, in front of the leader, Jimmy Johnson, does not want that 48 car to pass it. Does not want that to happen. Because then if the caution flag should come out, they slow these cars down. He's a lap and a half down. As long as he stays there, the caution flag comes out, he can make up that entire mile and a half. Oh, look at him go to the top of the racetrack.
Kurt Busch.
Oh, he's coming, isn't he?
Trying to get that second spot away from Rusty Wallace.
Wow. That is strong right there.
That is strong.
His car is working on the bottom, and that's 1 and 2. The car looked really good. Was that 3 and 4?
That was 1 and 2.
That was 1 and 2. And 3 and 4, the car looked probably even better than that. He's taking the high line there. Because Rusty's taking up his low line.
Wow, look at him drive that thing around him, though.
That's a good handling race car right there.
Kurt Busch to second, now 0.8 of a second behind Jimmy Johnson.
Juan and I were talking about the pit stop on Jamie McMurray, the driver of the 40 car, and watch when that right front tire comes off.
Yeah, when they pull that right front off, you'll see all this black, looks like dirt, and that's brake dust off the front brakes. See all that right out of the wheel? That is a lot of brake dust for Charlotte or Lowe's Speedway.
Yeah, and not more than 100 miles.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't really use your brakes here unless your car's not handling very well. So he may be pushing a little bit. Car may be not turning for him. I don't know, Matt. What's he saying?
Well, Wally, you know, usually we see that kind of excessive brake dust on the short tracks like Martinsville, but here at Charlotte, you know, some teams, even though they don't have a lot of brake dust here, they still have extensions on their air hose. And what they'll do is when the car comes in the pit, one crew member who won't go over the wall, he'll turn to the left front wheel and he'll blow off the wheel. So that way, when the tire changer comes around, he can see the lugs better. And also, when he does hit those lugs, that brake dust doesn't fly up into his face. So it's a two-pronged attack here to help him see and also help him breathe better. Dave?
Matt, I did check with Lee McCall, the crew chief on the 40 car, just to make sure that he wasn't concerned about the brakes on Jamie's car, and Lee said, no, we're not concerned. We expect that with these carbon brake pads, all that dust, and right now they don't think they have any problem.
Well, your leader, Jimmy Johnson, finally did get around Jeff Green. Now you see second place Kurt Busch working on the 30 car, and Busch has closed it in quickly.
I tell you, Jeff Green in the 30 and the 97 almost crashed coming off turn 4. Because right now, 97 car Busch, he's in a hurry. He's got somewhere to go.
And he's getting there pretty quick.
And he's getting there pretty doggone quick. Where he's got to go, right in front of that 48 car. That's where he wants to go.
You see, down to just 0.3 of a second. It was 0.8 of a second just 2 laps ago. And Jimmy Johnson in some heavy lap traffic.
Jeremy Mayfield in the 19 car. Oh, Kurt Busch is right there. Watch as he gets closer. 0.15 of a second. He'll drive down the corner, and that number is going to become less and less. 14, 12, 8, 0.
Rim riding his way to the lead. Kurt Busch out in front. 5th different driver to lead the race. Jimmy Johnson has led 62 of the 87 laps we've run so far, but there's a new man at the head of the leaderboard. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.